call. So we had this break and retest, and this giant liquidity move happened because Boris Johnson decided to take over, and he said a bunch of heinous things, and so the market responded in our favor. Total for this move was 360 pips. I personally only caught 250 pips. I still have a runner on Euro AUD, but not GBP AUD. But we've been calling out these targets for a long time. It was a simple break and retest. How we found these targets, guys, Fibonacci. Simple Fibonacci. I drew my fib from the very bottom to the very top, and this was our 618. But you guys see how momentum is so deep, like it's going so sharp to the downside. Retest and continuation. Do not try to buy. This is what troubles me about some traders is that they base a little bit too much faith on things like the Fibonacci levels when the momentum and price action should be number one. Okay, so if momentum is going in a certain direction, the trend is your friend. The trend doesn't magically reverse. So if you guys want to think about this in physics terms, it's like an object in motion tends to stay in motion, and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. So if a market at motion tends to stay in motion. So it's going in a certain direction, wait for a giant reversal candle, wait for it to hit a brick wall, and for it to reject like this, like it did down here. When you see a giant rejection like this, you wait for a retest and you can enter. Okay, you see a giant rejection like this, you wait for this flag retest and you can enter and catch this giant move. Same with down here. You wait for this impulse, wait for a retest, and you can get in for a giant move. Right here, if you catch an impulse, then you can get in and catch the further upside. All right, so this thing is making a harmonic, but it does need to go a little bit deeper. So just to give you guys an idea. Let's draw this fib together. So we'll go from the very bottom to the very top. All right, so you see it started to reject off of the 71%. All right, so with most harmonics, it's usually a little bit deeper, probably the 786. So let me actually put that harmonic back in, or let me put that Fibonacci back in. So you guys can see maybe just a little bit deeper. All right, this is something I want you guys to pay attention to also. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of what this is. Let me take the Fibonacci off. But this is called price divergence. Price divergence is when you have a stochastic indicator like your RSI. Your stochastic just is sort of like a moving oscillator. An oscillator just kind of shows the volume in the market. And then the price movement shows the overall sentiment in the market. So when the price is getting lower, the price is getting lower and the RSI is getting higher, that means there's divergence. And when there's divergence, that means that there's manipulation happening in the market. We can usually buy it up the other side. So what's happening right here, guys, is it's below the 30 RSI. So that means it's oversold. Okay, so it's way more sold than what the market demand is for that currency. So the market demand for that currency is a lot higher than whatever, 1.773. So we can be looking for slight retracements to the upside. Once this thing recovers from being oversold and goes into regular regions, I think we can keep seeing this drop. GBP AUD downside. Gold was an easy dub. I said it's in the range, so we don't buy the top of the range. So what we did was we decided to buy the bottom of the range. And this thing barely hit our stop loss. Our stop loss was actually from the members chat. And we actually, I want to show you guys how fast this thing was. It was this move on the 15-minute chart. So once we got in and retested on this doji right here, we just caught these four impulses. So it was around an hour of just straight profits, no drawdown. I saw price break below as a fake out, come back into the middle of the range. And then as soon as I saw this doji right here, like a retest, I knew that we could get in. And so by the luck, like I know every single institutional trader or big money trader was looking at the same thing, guys. Because look what followed after this trend. We had this retest, which is called an entry candle. An entry candle is where you can see the trigger point. There's not a lot of liquidity, but you can see exactly where the entries were because high liquidity followed right after. 4 sessions of 4 15-minute sessions, nothing but bulls, buying it up, buying it up, buying it up. All right. So this was a really cool move. I think we still have runners going for this. Price is climbing above the range. So here's our next target, guys. Ooh, let me move this stuff out of the way. And put the rest of your pairs inside the chat. I'm about to run through those real quick at the very end. All right. So price is breaking above this consolidation right here. So what we'll be looking for is this top range. Whatever this is, would be the 1435. 1435 would be your target. So this thing already broke above. It's looking very bullish, guys. If I just redrew this whole thing, the only second option I could see besides just lift off right now, since momentum is this strong, we could see lift off just taking off right now. We can see something like this, a retest of 1417 before we have continuation to the upside. All right. All right, so Jerry, I'm going to go through the DXY real quick. So you guys know I like my harmonics. Daily harmonic on the dollar, and then we have a double harmonic. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, boom. All right, so two things could happen. This thing drops to the downside, or this thing comes down to the B point, which is the target, and rejects. All right, so the area you want to watch is the 97 psychological. The dollar always rejects off the 97. The 97 is a key level for the dollar, so that's what I'd be looking for. Guys, if you're not a harmonics trader, it's just a W. It's a giant W, and the button of the W is usually where the take profit is. So now we have two of these W's back to back. Okay, so this harmonic, the dollar's going to keep dropping, which means gold to the sky, gold to the moon, Euro USD to the moon. Guys, we have a target up here. Our target for Euro USD is 100 pips away. So let's take advantage of the dollar weakness and try to buy up some of these dollar cross pairs. That includes GBP USD as well. Actually, wait, that excludes GBP USD. Sorry. CHF JPY finally moving, the slowest move in Forex history. Let it be noted, guys. Hold on, what date is it? July 17th, CHF JPY. After years, I was growing a beard. Guys, I didn't have this beard when I was first waiting for CHF JPY to move. You guys can see how many times it rejected off the top. Finally, by the grace of God, it finally moved. Guys, I was about to close this pair. I got tired of watching it. I was in profits. I wasn't even like mad. I was just frustrated at watching it. It's like I don't even know, guys. I'm just ranting. All right. Look at this. Out of the box, coming straight to our target. It's like a magnet. They say you can't predict what happens in the market, but they also don't trade with me. So I don't know what to tell you guys. NZD JPY. Guys, this move is troubling me. It helps to look at it on the daily. So this is what I have looked out. Does this make sense to you guys? Put a 1 in the chat if this is like, this is about as simple of a setup as I can possibly show, but at least let me know if you guys get this or not. Let me know if this setup makes sense. Yeah, so this is basically this continuation to the upside. So this is what we're seeing. If I put in this 38 fib, you guys can see why price is stopping right here. Price is getting a little bit confused. Okay, but we do have these buys going. We have this double top, so we can see a little bit of correction. And how do we know how far the correction is coming? Just ask the crystal ball. Crystal ball says, Crystal Ball says price is going to come down and take everybody's stop loss and profit. So we're going to need to re-enter this trade if need be. So just keep a lookout on this, guys. If you are in this trade, just keep a lookout on this. If this thing just starts rejecting and going back up, then blessed, then we're still in profits, and we can continue this reign on profits. But guys, the one that I want you guys to pay attention to is AUD CAD. Okay, we call this sell. Oh my God. Yo, if you're a Chart Addicts member, put in the chat if you took the trade when I first called it. Oh man, guys, right before this call started, right here at this consolidation, we called a buy in the member signals chat. All right. Put in the chat how many pips profit we're in. Bianca, please let them know how many pips profit we in. How quick was that? This was the first pair that we went over on the call, guys. $23 pips in 5 minutes, not bad. All right, this looks like give me a second, guys. All right, guys, here it is. Unemployment change. Look how short this came out. 9.1K was the expected. 1,000 jobs. 500 new jobs were added since last month in the entire state of Australia. What? Guys, they were expecting 9,000 new jobs and they got 500. Yeah, that's why this thing is, why would this thing go up? This is how Forex is completely remarkable. How are you this, guys? This makes no sense. So the unemployment rate was the main news that they were watching. This was the highest impact news. So the unemployment rate came out negative, but the employment change came out negative, but the unemployment rate didn't change. And that's what most people base their decisions off of, is mostly the unemployment rate. All right, so, whoop-de-doo, this thing is actually, this is remarkable how it actually went up. So I guess it came down a little bit faster than we thought, guys. It's at our target, and now it's making its way upwards, so I would keep an eye out for this. And here's your upside target, guys. We have a daily harmonic. Your upside targets are right here. So for the other members, the first target is 166 pips away. So hold this trade. Hold this trade. 30 or 40 pips in. We'll put our stop loss and break even. Then we're going to hold the rest of this trade up for 166 pips, and then we'll leave another runner going until 225. All right, so let's keep catching these bags. That's what I'm talking about. CHF JPY sells. You guys already know what this is. If you guys want to sell this, this is a pretty easy trade. If you didn't catch AUD CAD, do not chase. Don't chase. It's how you blow your accounts. You start to chase, then it retraces on you, and then you panic, then you freeze, and then it keeps eating away at your account until you can't take it anymore, and then you close the trade in negative, and then you're blown. So make sure you guys are taking responsible trades. This just broke and retested. You guys know how we were talking about the trigger candle? We were talking about the entry candle. Well, this is your entry candle. So hopefully this thing drops a little bit faster than we want. But I think this is going to be the next pair that moves. All right, yeah, that's entered. All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna go through the ones that you guys posted in the what's it called? That you guys posted in the chat. What I'm gonna do is turn on the music. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat. We'll go through this. All right, so I'm kind of blown. I missed out on this trade because we actually called this out. So today would have been a perfect day to execute on this. I'm not sure what happened, but we have the before picture of this for sure. That's highly unfortunate. Ouch. It kind of hurts when that happens, guys. Make sure you trade your plan. Add that to the list. But yeah, it's coming up to the target. 107.5 is the first target. And you can see on the daily, this thing is looking like it wants to make lower lows. So if it closes right here, we'll have an inverse head and shoulders. But right now, there's this like regular head and shoulders right here. See left shoulder, head, right shoulder, crooked, dislocated other right shoulder with a harmonic kind of situation. So we draw a fib from the very bottom to the very top. Oh, my bad. So what we can see is on UJ is a retest of this level, guys. If you guys want to enter this one more time, is we're having this like pin bar kind of situation, so we can see a retest of this level or a retest of this level. All right, a retest of 108 and then another drop. Okay, so expect UJ. Let me hold on. It all depends on what the dollar does, guys. But I'm seeing honestly, it could be bullish. So just keep an eye out on the dollar. 97 is your range. So when it gets to the 97, see if it's bullish or bearish. If the dollar's going up, buy UJ. The dollar's dropping, sell UJ. It's that simple. Hundo's asking if I just re-entered. Fam, join the members. I don't know what to tell you. And the last one I'm going to do is NZD guys. This is going to be a little bit easier to explain also in speech. So this was the last high right here where the zero is. So we had this candle breakout. You guys can see this strong bullish candle breakout. So when you guys have a previous high, normally you guys see a lot of resistance, right? That's what causes a resistance point. Whenever it gets up there, it's like a force field. Gets up there and bounces off. Gets up there and bounces off. So when the trend comes up and then there's a trigger candle right here, there's an entry candle right here, you have a strong liquidity candle right here. So that means there's a lot of volume involved in that candle, a lot of sentiment. So buyers are very aggressive in that session. Now that means that it's going into new highs. Now what do you guys have? You guys see where the trade? Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat. This is the last thing we're going to go through. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys see the trigger candle. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys see the small trigger candle. right, so just to show you guys what this trigger candle is, I'm not sure if anyone else uses